So this is class 1, okay, and here we will provide you introduction about the Python introduction, IDE, Sublime, and what kind of built-in ideally, these kind of stuff, okay. So let us start. So anyone of you is already working over the Python or no?
No.
Okay, not an issue.
Yeah,
So this,
yeah. This is Glenn. I have no experience in Python.
you have experience? That's good.
No,
So
I have no
okay, you
experience in
haven't. You
Python.
haven't. Okay, okay,
Yeah,
not an
I have no experience in any programming language.
Not an issue. We are not talking about any other language. We will talk about the Python only. And the reason behind is Python is so easy to learn. It is much easy to learn within an month or 1.5 month. As I told you all, okay, you will be able to write down your own program. Okay, so let us talk about the Python introduction. So all of we are know that Python can be used into the machine learning. Okay, for artificial intelligence and for other of the stuff. Okay, same thing we are providing over here also, software development and the web development, like you wanted to create your web page or something like that, you can use Python. Okay, so it come into the market very long before, even then older than the Java came into 1995, whereas it came into the market in 1989. But nowadays, with the enhancement of machine learning, machine language and artificial intelligence kind of stuff, scientists used to check that language which is easy to learn, okay, and which can be deployed very easily in their environment. So Python is the very best option for each of them, and that is the reason it is coming onto the boom. And if even if you are aware that Cisco is also introducing it, okay, into its certifications. So Cisco SD-WAN, okay, in CCNA, in CCNP, or like F5 also, F5 automation also can be possible using the Python. And I will let you know, guys, okay, because all of you will do module 3 up to till module 3. Some of you, maybe Sajir and Glenn, are interested in module 4 also. So we will provide you some another stuff as well, like how to build up the app. Okay, so this is the fastest growing language in terms of the developers, libraries, and see, Google, Yahoo, YouTube, all of these giants, okay, these websites are using uh, Python. Okay, not fully, in the support only, but yes, they are using Python. Okay, so what is FI automation? Is it free? We will talk regarding that, Glenn, after the class. Okay, don't worry, we can talk about that. So Reddit is an website which is totally written into the Python. But can you see the name like NASA, uh, Dropbox, Yahoo, YouTube? So these kind of giants also using Python. Okay, not fully again, but in the support, but they are using Python. Okay. Okay, then if you proceed for the Python introduction, so as I have told you, it is very easy to learn. Okay, you can learn it in very fast way, and we will start it from the scratch. Okay, from the level 0. So because I do understand that you people are not from the like networking background, so I will tell you regarding the Python, how, what is the syntax, what is like usage, what is variable, what is objects, lot of stuffs are there. Okay, in coming weeks that we will learn, and we will do it from the scratch to the level that you can automate your network by yourself. Okay, so it was written by a Dutch programmer, okay, in 1991. So he named it like Python because he has a very like a famous show, okay, television show, maybe Monty Python's Flying Circus, named as Monty Python's Flying Circus, and there was so much fun, and he used or took that word Python from there. Okay, so this is a short brief like how Python come, and it has different versions like 1, 2, and 3. Currently it is 3 version, and we will focus on the newest one. Okay, so this is a brief about the Python. Okay, now let us proceed. So there are some kind of Python IDs. Okay, so before going to Python IDs, let me share something else with you. Okay, let me share IDLE. So let me open IDLE. What is this and what is not, I will let you know, don't worry. So this is a program or interpreter, you can say, which installed over your computer automatically when you install Python. Okay, how to install Python on your computer? Okay, just let me share that thing also with you. So installation, let me open it, just allow me a minute. Okay, I will share all of these files with you, don't worry, with the password, of course. So this is the way how to install Python on your Windows laptop or on your Windows computer. Okay, so it is very easy, don't worry. You need to go to the Python download. Okay, you can check it over the internet. If you open the Internet Explorer, let me open it for you. Okay, so that you can see it. Just allow me a minute. Let me drag it over this window. So if you just write down Python download, you can see that it is your official website for the Python. Okay, and from here you can download. It is currently it is 3.8.2 version. Just click over here for the Windows. You can download it. Okay, it is very simple. We will not spend a lot of time over here. Someone has some question. Is this session recorded so we can follow the instruction? Yes, this session is recorded, but somehow I am not providing this kind of recording to you guys, okay, because it is some dealing with the module wise. Okay, what kind of package you are taking, according to that package video recording will come into the picture. But again, I will talk with my team. Okay, if there could be something that I can share these videos, then definitely I will share with you. Don't worry about that. We can talk over that later on, but yes, this whole session is recorded. Okay, so we were talking about this. Okay, so setting up Python for your initial lab, you just need to download the latest version. Okay, then open the Python interpreter. You can open the Python interpreter with IDLE, which I was showing you. Okay, I will show you again also. Like what is IDLE? It is by default ID which come. What is IDE, that I will let you know. Don't worry about that. Second, you can open from the command prompt or from the Windows shell. I hope you are aware about the command prompt and the Windows shell, right? I will let you know how to use Python from there. Okay. Okay, these are the tasks, okay, lab task, which I am providing you, that download the latest version first of all. Second, open the interpreter using the command prompt. Third is the exiting from the interpreter. Fourth is troubleshooting steps if your interpreter is not coming or it is not working. Okay, so these are the tasks, and this lab exercise, don't worry, I will provide you. Okay, again, so it is for you and I will provide you. Need not to worry about that. So if we talk about our first task, so IDLE is available interpreter, or we have other as well. We have many. Okay, don't worry. As we will continue in our subsequent sections or subsequent videos, I will let you know. Don't worry. Okay, we have PyCharm, we have Sublime. Okay, I will cover that section. Just allow me some time. Just first of all, let us clear this. So here I have provided you step-by-step instructions. You need to open the Chrome. You need to go over here. You need to check this website. You need to go for latest release. Okay, everything I have already write down over here. You need to go download. Okay, you can go to the download directly, or by the way, the instructions you can follow over here. Okay, then you need to download it, and most important, when you are installing it, somehow it may happen that you have many two accounts or more than two accounts in your laptop. So you need to run it as an administrator only, first thing. Okay, otherwise I'm sorry, otherwise it can misbehave. Now if we check over here, then such kind of window will appear when you will install that. Okay, before install now, pressing over here, you need to click over these options that add Python to the path. What it does, that when you try to run the interpreter through the command prompt, okay, it will add the path automatically in your computer. Although if you are not adding it, I have explained in this document only. Okay, if you come or scroll down, okay, you will come to know that there are some options that you can add later on also, but it is better if you can do then and there. Okay, now once the setup is successful, yes, there is some doubt.
How to see command prompt Python?
I will let you know.
So Python, there is a click add Python. Okay.
Yes. So I will let you know, don't worry. Let me go through this section first, then I will let you know how to open it from the command prompt. Okay. So after successful installation, it will say you that yes, setup is successful. Okay, and enjoy. So if this kind of message is coming, it means Python is installed in your computer. Okay, first thing. Now, this is a thing which I am showing over here as well into the document, but let me share it over here as well. Like if you open the command prompt cmd, okay, it will open a command prompt over here. Now just write Python keyword and press enter. You will be into the interpreter of Python. Okay, first thing. Second thing, you can just do something from the PowerShell as well. So how to do that? Just write down PowerShell. Okay, PowerShell. There is a PowerShell. Okay, which will come. Let me drag over here to my another window. Just write down Python, and you will come to the Python interpreter from here as well. Okay. Third thing which I have already provided you, that when you install Python by these instructions and you write down IDLE, okay, this is your by default IDE which come over the Python, and you can use Python interpreter from here also. So I am using 3.8. It is showing over there. It is the latest version. Okay, perfect. So to come out from this interpreter, if you are using command prompt or something like that, okay, or the window shell, you can just go through maybe exit. Okay, after exit, the round brackets open and close, then quit. Okay, after that also the round bracket or control Z you can press and you will come out of the interpreter. Okay, someone has some question. Galen, how to run certain version of Python on command when there are multiple version installed? So I haven't did that because it is only Windows Python version 3 that needs to be done out. Okay, but if you are running with Python version 2 or 3, maybe there are some commands version 2 and version 3 we can run out. But why you required these two? You can unmute yourself and you can just ask your question.
Yeah, so basically I installed Python 3.7, I think like 6 months ago, just to, by myself. And then I was following instructions and I installed Python 3.8 just now. But when I go to idle, I can see both versions 3.7 and 3.8. But when I go in CMD and I type in Python, Python 3.7 runs, not 3.8.
Maybe there is some issue. Okay, you have not installed it correctly, one thing, or second thing, maybe you can reinstall. Okay, you can just uninstall the previous version and you can install the newer one. Okay. Okay, so let us continue then. So this is the way which I was telling you that you can just coming out of the window. Okay, and this is the last option which I was telling you. If you forget to run out the path, okay, then you can use these kind of settings. Go to the advanced system setting, environment values, path, edit, and add the path for your Python program. This program path will be where you can see. You can just go to your C section, then user, into the user there should be a file with Python. Okay, from there whatever the path will be, you can add it to here. All of the screenshots are mentioned over here. You can just go through these step by step, follow the instructions, and you can log in into that. and you can just provide the path over there. Okay, so this was the first exercise, like how to install Python. Now let us introduce about the Python interpreter now. Let me check my PPT as well. Okay, so what are IDs? These are integrated development environments. Like when we wanted to run some command and wanted to see the result as it is, okay, then and there, or maybe we can use interpreter. But if we are running a big code, okay, big program, then we use some IDs. It can be PyCharm, okay, it can be Sublime, it can be as per your choice. So there are n number of products come into the market, you can use any one of them. Okay, so let me show something, maybe. So just go over here, write down Sublime, download, and you can have the Sublime. Okay, yes, it is free for basic version, but if you are writing a bigger code or for much if you are using it for much days, something you have something like you need to write down a very big program, I will suggest to purchase it. Whatever the cost, I don't know. Maybe you can check over here from the buy section, but you can download from the Windows. Okay. Likewise, we have the just allow me a minute, please. Oh, sorry. So why we are using Sublime versus PyCharm? Do any of them work on iPad using multiple version of Windows of Python? What you wanted to ask, Glenn? iPad, I hope this should be working. It is showing over here, right? OS X.
Yeah, I'm just curious. Can I use Sublime or PyCharm on an iPad? Sometimes I kind of work on the bus, so I use my iPad. So I was wondering if I could, program in an ID interface on an iPad.
So it should work. Okay, just check it. Just try to install. Okay, there should be. You can install over them. Okay, so if you are installing PyCharm, just go to download. There is something like known as professional and communities. You can just download the community if you wanted to use freeware. Okay.
Okay. Is there any reason why you want us to use Sublime?
Yes, PyCharm is the it is a very good software, no doubt. JetBrains, okay, a good company, the big name, okay. However, it is a heavier version. Sublime is a lighter version, okay. You can use it like very quickly, and if you don't have any issue with the RAM or something like that, that is the reason why I'm telling you that Sublime should be used. Although PyCharm you are using, PyCharm is also good option. Okay, it all depends on you, like how do you want to use and know. Okay, now so ID, I already told you that if you are writing down some program, you need to have ID. Okay, here you have some kind of debugger tools also available. You can debug the code. Okay, if there is some kind of bug over there into your code, then you definitely require a debugger. So this is very much helpful for you in future perspective. Okay, and this point I have already explained you that by default the IDE which come by the Python is IDLE. Okay, here you can use help function. Okay, I will let you know about the help function, how to use that. PyCharm, I have already provided you the insight that you can download PyCharm also, and we will use Sublime because it is a lightweight IDE. I already told you. Okay, so now let us see the help function, okay, over the IDLE and how to use that. So where is our IDLE? So this is our IDLE. Just need to access the help. You need to go help with round bracket start and end, okay, and you will come to the help function over here. From here, there are multiple of the things it is providing by itself. Whatever you wanted to use, you can use that. Okay, you can give some words, and it will, like, topics it is showing. Maybe you can write down topics, write down enter. It will come to the topics on which topic you want help. Maybe if you wanted to take help on some kind of modules or maybe tuples or something like that, you can write down over here. Okay, maybe just write down tuples and it will provide you these kind of help. It is squeezed into the line, but you double click over here and it will extend it to the version, and you can see that what are the tuples, what is the thing, where it is used, what is the syntax, what is the format, everything you will come to know about the help function. Okay, so it is very much informative. Someone is unmuted himself. Glenn, maybe can you mute yourself, please?
Oh, sorry about that. Sorry.
Not an issue. Okay, so this slide all talk about the IDs which we have confirmed what is ID and why it is used and why we will use into our future. So let us come about the Sublime also. So Sublime is something like it is a lighter weight. I have already told you. Now let me open the Sublime and let me show you Sublime interface. So it is Sublime. Just let me open and drag over here. Yes.
So really quick on the idle thing, after you type in help, how do you display all the topics there? You type in topic?
Yes. There is written over here. If you write down the IDLE, just see. If you go over here, press double enter, it will come out of help. Okay. You write help, you can see that, oh sorry, help and the brackets. Here it is showing that write down the topics. Write down anything which is shown over here. Okay. It will come and it will tell you what you need to write down and how to use. Okay, so if you go to the Sublime, because I have not purchased it yet, so it is showing me unregistered. That is not an issue. Okay, although we can make some program, we can run some program from here also. Okay, so in Sublime you need to download this software, and after that into the tools you just need to go to the build system, tools and build system. You just need to select the Python, so that it came to know that okay, the script which we are running, it is a Python script. Like I will come to this print function. What is this print function is, but I am just giving the insight for your purpose. Welcome to Python course. I'm saving it, Control S. Okay, anywhere you want to save it, maybe you wanted to save it over the desktop, you need to give the print.py. py is the extension for Python files. You need to save it using .py always. Just save it. Okay, now you can see that this is the function which is showing in another color. This is something which is showing in another color. Now once I will press Control B, it will execute this program, show some output over here and telling us the thing that in how much time it has completed this program, or what is the output it is showing. Okay, someone has some question. Why Control B? Yes, why we need to use Sublime? Can't we use the Python program itself? You mean the Python IDLE? Yes, we can use, but in later version you will come to know that these kind of IDE, like when we make a bigger program, you will come to know that there are multiple of lines, okay, of the program which cannot be executed in one go. So at that time we require some kind of IDEs. Okay, that is required, Sajir. Okay, let's go to the next slide then. So built-in IDLE, I already provide you the insight about it. Maybe it is the site, it is the like this slide is already completed. Okay,